We have struck gold, actual gold, with our accommodation for this trip. Oh, she's pretty. It's just so freaking gorgeous. Hello guys, thanks for joining me on my latest adventure. I am back in Greece and I'm so excited about this trip. So I've actually been to Greece so far already this summer. I came with my boyfriend a few weeks ago. I went to Milos, I went to Paros, I went to Santorini because Greece is my favourite spot, and if you've been following me for any time you'll know that that is the case. But I'm back for 10 days with my friend Sophie, and we are first of all in Santorini, if you couldn't tell already, more on that in a moment. But we're going to go to Naxos and then we're going to go to Amorgos. I've never been to Amorgos, so I'm super excited to explore a new island with you in particular, because let's face it, I have been slacking on the vlog front lately. Many apologies for that, first of all, but it has been a time these last couple of years. Thanks for sticking with me though, great to have you back. We are in Santorini first of all, just for one night. We're staying at this really gorgeous hotel, which I'm going to give you a tour of, because honestly, if you are thinking of traveling the Greek islands, I highly recommend this hotel if you are flying into Santorini and then flying elsewhere afterwards. I personally recommend, if you're going to the smaller islands in Greece, to fly into Santorini or to Mykonos and then get a ferry out. Very often the ferries from Athens are superbly long. Also, the port is in a completely different location to the airport itself, so I normally just do a little Santorini sandwich when I'm doing the Greek islands, and that's exactly what I've done on both of my trips this summer. So we flew into Santorini. We managed to get flights during the bank holiday weekend in August for like £300, which I think is amazing considering how spenny flights are right now. And then we've stayed in this hotel for one night. Then we're going to get on the ferry in a couple of hours and go to Naxos. From Naxos, we're then going to go to Amorgos, and then we're going to get a ferry from Amorgos back to Santorini and then fly home from here. So it actually worked out incredibly affordable. I'm going to do a price tot up actually at the end of this trip, because we've done ourselves proud, in my opinion. But luxury travel as always, I'm going to sandwich in a really beautiful hotel, and then that will conclude the trip. So first of all, let me talk to you about this hotel. This hotel is called the Grand View Santorini. It's so cute because the hotel has dolphins everywhere. It's kind of like the theme of the hotel, which is just so sweet for me. And the views are incredible. Now, it's not your typical Santorini view, right? So you've got this gorgeous caldera view. I'll show you more of the hotel in a second. It's not your typical Santorini view. You've not got a view of the towering white buildings off the cliffs. You've not got the view of Ia or Amerivigli, but you are situated so well, and it's almost like its own little paradise tucked away. There's this cute little village that you can wander to, which is like a 5-minute walk. So if you are just doing a little stopover in Santorini, you just want somewhere clean, cute, you want to have a little swim, you want a nice breakfast, you want a good view, then I definitely recommend this hotel. We paid £112 for a double room for one night, which when you see more of this place, you're going to be shocked. Honestly, it's such a good find. I've stayed here twice now, and both times I'm like, I've got myself quite the bargain. So this is our balcony. We've actually got 2 balconies in our room, which is pretty cool. We're staying in a family suite, and then I'll just walk you around the rest of the hotel because it's quite something. And I still can't get over. If you put into perspective, a usual room in Santorini is anything from like £250 to £1,000 a night. I am not exaggerating if you've ever looked at Santorini hotels. This is the other side of our room. So we've got this balcony here, which looks out onto the pool. How pretty is that? We just had a breakfast right at the front. I'll take you up here, in fact, so you can see the view of above. How gorge. This is first thing in the day, so the sun is technically behind me, but when the sun comes out later, it's just spectacular. I love it so much. But as I said, whilst I walk down the stairs without breaking my neck, we are off to Naxos today. So we are literally just going to have our brekkie, get changed and then get on the ferry and leave. All right, so a top tip when you're getting the ferries in Greece, they may seem a little bit hectic. They may seem a little bit crazy, especially if you watch a TikTok video about it. They are. You're herded on like cattle, there's no question. But when you get to the ferry, a lot of your hotels will tell you to stay like half an hour beforehand or get to the port super early. You can get there early if you're a bit anxious about timing, but never wait in the shaded section. Just sit down, get a coffee. Like, you can see where all of the ferries are coming in. You can also just track where your ferry is. So you basically just go onto the ferry tracker in Greece and it shows you exactly where your ferry is. So you're never going to miss it. And you're just relaxed because, yeah, there is a shaded area that you can stand and a lot of people will queue for the ferry, but it makes absolutely no difference. So you really don't need to. So yeah, just sit down, get a coffee. Most of the time as well, the guys in the cafe are really helpful and they'll just tell you as and when your boat is arriving. And yeah, you're paying like what, €4 or something for a nice coffee before you're getting on the ferry. Definitely worth it. Okay, so this is the queue for context. If you look to the top left, that's where the shaded area is. But you can just come out from the cafe and wait in the queue as usual. So that's the trick. And we're on the ferry. Sweaty work. Two of the first people on, but this is what the ferry looks like on the inside. It's air conditioned, you've got a cafe, there's even a shop in this one, which is new, but yeah, nice little way to travel. Okay, so we just arrived in Naxos. We got the ferry here. It was a nice, easy transition from Santorini to Naxos. We're staying in a hotel that I actually was one of the first guests of 2 years ago when they opened. 2 years ago, they opened in 2021. 3 years ago when they opened, okay? When they opened, they had 4 villas and they were absolutely stunning. It's called Le Grand View and it's one of my favorite places. I've actually stayed here twice since then because it's just, honestly, the views here are stunning. The service is next level. It's just one of the best hotels in Greece, in my opinion. It's more of a collection of villas than a hotel, but it is run by a team. So you have access to room service, breakfast, daily cleaning, the works, but it's villas. And each villa has this stunning infinity pool with the most epic sunset view. I'm gonna give you a room tour, right? We have seriously lucked in with this room. I was so excited to stay here anyway because I know the team that work here and I just love it so much, but I didn't realize how nice these new villas would be. So let me show you around. I've got you on 0.5 to give you the full grand tour. Sneak peek of outside as we wander past. But let me show you inside first of all. So you've got this living room set up. We had wine and fruit on arrival. Then you've got this huge big kitchen, fully functioning, everything you would need. Bathroom downstairs, which is super handy with a shower. Then little storage room, which we are super happy about because we're going to put our suitcases in here. We're here for a week, so we are definitely unpacking. And then the stairs, which are all handmade out of local concrete, might I add, lead up to the most incredible veranda. It is absolutely gigantic and kind of like a 2-bedroom sitch, okay? So you've got a wardrobe here, steps up to this beautiful double bed with TV, and then a little vanity area right here, another bathroom, and then the main bedroom right here. You've got shelving, little wardrobe, another little vanity area, and then a balcony which leads out to the outdoor area. I can't quite get the angle to show you. What I love so much about this hotel is that it's family run. So you've got the husband and wife and their kids on site, and it's just, honestly, it's just the warmest, most hospitable welcome ever. When you arrive, you get fresh lemonade and then they take you to your room and then they give you a full talk about everything. It's honestly a dream stay. And yeah, we're lucky enough to be staying here for 4 nights, so close to a week. Something else that's incredible as well is everything is sourced locally. So the concrete for the stairs, sourced locally. All of the furniture, handmade by the team, by the family. Like, it's just, Right, let me show you outside. But I'll take you outside next. Okay, and then this is the outside space. So this is the villa that you see. And then you've got this huge outdoor patio, hand-carved wooden furniture, sunbeds, gigantic infinity pool with floaty lounge bean bags. I mean, look at that view. Ridiculous. You wait till you see it at sunset. Somewhere to dry your clothes, nice and practical because it is a villa, so you could fully function here on your own should you not wish to leave. Barbecue oven, sink, breakfast table. Look at this ridiculousness. I'm not going to lie to you, the last time I stayed here, I didn't actually leave the villas at any point. I think I went for a walk once just to get a little bit of exercise. But other than that, I didn't leave the villas. We are going to this time because we're here for a lot longer, so we're going to explore a little bit of Naxos. But I'm not going to lie to you, next couple of days is just going to be horizontal, enjoying the view time.
So today is beach day. A couple of the beaches I've been to before, but we're going to try and find some like off the beaten track. So we have, of course, hired a car because it's Naxos. It's the second biggest island in Greece, therefore you need a car. But yeah, first up is Hawaii Beach.
Oh, she's pretty. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there's not really much I can show you when we're just lying on the beach and going for a swim, but we went to Hawaii Beach, we laid there, we ate some sweets, we sunbathed a little bit, and now we've come to Mirki Vigla. Please excuse any wrong pronunciations, but this is one of the bigger beaches here. It's super big. The water is insane. I was saying to Sophie, the water looks like it could be in the Seychelles. It's so pretty. You've got all of these beautiful rocks, so you can climb up here as well. But this one is part organised, part not. So when they say organised beach, they mean that they have a setup where you've got like parasols, sunbeds, sometimes cafes, that kind of thing. And when it's an unorganized beach, it's where you literally just take your own towel and lay down, and there's not necessarily shade. So this one's kind of half and half, but we are headed to somewhere with shade because it's August and it's hot. I've never actually been to Greece in August, so I obviously appreciate that I knew it was going to be hot, but it is quite something. So yeah, eyes on the shade for now. So we came back to the apartment. We had some fun in the pool. We were filming some very funny TikToks. Well, we like to think anyway, obviously. And then we just spent the rest of the afternoon chillaxing, had a shower. I'm gonna go out for dinner tonight. Look at the sunset right now. It's kind of the end of the sunset, but like, what an incredible view. Honestly, this is the best place in Naxos to watch the sunset. I said it before, I will say it again. I highly, highly think that that is the case because you've got an infinity pool to watch it and you've got this wonderful dip between. You can see Paros on the other side. It's just one of my favourite places in the world, in fact, not only just in Naxos. This evening, ooh, odd noise. This evening we're going to go for dinner. Sophie found a place online. I think it's in the village. She said it's only about a 10-minute drive, but excited to head out for dinner. Last night we had dinner here. They do serve breakfast as part of the villa package, and then the kitchen again opens in the evening, so you can have dinner if you want. But it's nice to get out a little bit, you know, as much as we could easily stay here the entire time because it's just so freaking gorgeous. We're going to drive somewhere because we have wheels for 2 nights, so best to make the most of them. We have quite the elite table of food, in my opinion, at the moment. We've got spicy cheese dip, Greek salad, fried potatoes. Meat is coming for Sophie, but I am very much content. Good morning. So this morning we've actually come into the main town, Naxos town, Kora. I've been to Naxos now 3 times and never actually been shopping here, but I love shopping in the Greek islands. It's just been the case. I've never had time in Naxos itself, but there's so many shops here. How cute is this shop, by the way? Everything in it is just so pretty. Sophie is currently in the changing room because she found like the dreamiest dress. It's like a black silk dress with feathers on the bottom. It's so cute, but I love shopping in little boutiques like this in the smaller islands because you just find things you wouldn't find anywhere else. Absolutely stunning. So gorge. She loves it. That is very pretty. So everything in this shop is handmade in Greece. Look at these, how cute. They're like towely Birkenstocks. Yeah, definitely recommend this shop. All the jewelry. So cool.
Wherever I go, I will find the best coffee shop that there is in that town, without a shadow of a doubt.
She's not lying.
I don't fuck around with coffee.
She's not lying. And it is called The Locals. Thank you, Sophie. You might notice we are on a boat right now because we're going on a boat trip. We're going to go to Paros and then a couple of other spots in Naxos. But yeah, we just had to get out on the water and Sophie found us this gorgeous boat trip. It's like this beautiful big catamaran. There's 12 of us on it, food and drink included. And it is such a gorgeous day for a boat trip because there's not a ripple on the water. So it's very windy in the Cyclades. If you've seen any of my previous vlogs, you'll know that it's super windy. But today, the gods are on our side, the Greek gods apparently, because it's really nice and calm. So I think it'll be a gorgeous day on the water. So much. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'd like that. Oh, and an olive one. Thank you so much. We're still in Paros, and how funny. Literally last summer, my friend Caitlin and I took the ATV right up to that church there. On the other side of the hill is Summer Senses, which is one of the hotels I stay in most frequently. You'll have seen a couple of vlogs there, but this is pretty cool, being on the other side of Paros, technically. early morning. I actually tried to wake up with the sunrise. I saw it through the bathroom because the bathroom looks out to the mountains, but it is well and truly up now, as you can see, shimmering down on my face. It's our last morning here. Technically, we don't even have the morning here. We're going to have breakfast and then get the ferry across to Amorgos. So yesterday's boat trip was so good, by the way, such a good find. We didn't really go to anything that I would say, oh my goodness, you need to go here, but the actual guys on the boat and the boat itself was amazing. So we actually just went across to Paros. Paros, by the way, is the island that you can see literally across from this villa. Like, that island is Paros, right? So we went over to Paros. Some really cute spots there, jumped off the boat, swam, snorkeled, did a bit of cliff diving, the works. And then we came back to a beach called Plaka here in Naxos. Well, obviously in the water, so we were opposite the beach. Again, just jumping off, swimming, having so much fun. The waters were incredible because all the waters in Greece are, but it was the crew. Like, it was such a good day. The crew were great. There's only 2 of them and they just had it, you know. They were super friendly. There wasn't a moment where they weren't offering us water, drinks, chatting to us. Like, it was just a really good day, and it cost us £112 each, and that included food and drink. But we had snacks in the morning. We had these really yummy, like, bruschettas almost. Then we had lunch, and then we had fruit in the afternoon. Drinks throughout the day, should we want them. We were just drinking water, but it was really good. I highly recommend it. I'll put the details of it in the description box, but it was by a company called Action Seas, and they were great. Whilst I'll absolutely miss waking up and going for a dip and having this insane view and living in this huge villa, I'm really excited to go to Amorgos today. I've been to Greece now 29 times, and I've been to, I think, about 20 of the islands, but I've never been to Amorgos, so that's exciting. I'm excited to go somewhere new. It is a 2-hour, 45-minute ferry journey, but it was only £10. So we were like, okay, bump up the time, we'll just sit on our phones, we'll read, we'll chat, you know, the works, and we'll save ourselves some pennies. So yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But we're going to have breakfast here, pack up, and then get on the ferry and head over. Okay, so we're now in Amorgos. We're sipping on wine. Listen, this place is an absolute state behind me, but let me give you a full room tour because we have struck gold, actual gold, with our accommodation for this trip. Talk about the Airbnb, booking.com jackpot. Look outside of this window, first of all. Eek. I'll take you outside in a minute. Right, so we've got this huge big kitchen. Then you go through to the bathroom, which reminds me of the house I grew up in. Our bathroom was in our kitchen, lol. But really nice size. It looks so much bigger than it did on booking.com. Bathroom, you don't need to see too much of that. It could be for 4 people, but we've obviously got it set up for 2. So this one's gonna be like our day bed. We're gonna pop the cases there, that kind of vibe. Then we've got a little seating area for brekkie. Then the bed is so cute, like full on little Greek village vibes with swan's towels on there. I'm sorry, that's adorable. Nice big space here again for cases. And then look at this, it's like a little hidden away wardrobe. So cute. We're so impressed with this. The ferry was actually far less time than we thought. I think we got here in about 2 hours. It was half an hour late and we had a little bit of a skit, let's just say, when we were in the wrong queue, but we managed to get on the right ferry. Only took 2 hours to get here, and we have honestly struck gold when it comes to our accommodation. I'm going to give you a full tour of inside, but let me just show you the outside space because it is next level. Sorry, I'm on the wine, so I'm kind of slurring, but how insane is that? Like, you know, when you think Pinterest view, this is it. This is absolutely it. So we hired ourselves a quad bike. We've kind of settled in for a little bit. We're having a little glass of vino, and then we're going to go into town and just lay on the beach. I say into town, it's technically not town, okay? So we came into, there's 2 ports in Amorgos. We came into Agali. I'll write it on the screen. I'm so sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. We've literally just got here, so I've not got my bearings yet. But we came into the port, which is literally the port that you see from our view of the accommodation. So we're going to just go and hang there and then go for dinner there and just like kind of make this our spot for the evening because I cannot get over it. Like, I just think this is so cute. Also, we only paid £50 each per night to stay here. So the whole thing was like £300 for 3 nights, but obviously it's between 2 of us. Gold, actual gold. This is our baby. We have rented her for the 3 days, so we're going to be exploring the island because it's actually quite a big island, you know. There's 2 different ports. So we came into this port, as you can see, and this is our accommodation. But yeah, we're going to be very much on the wheels for the majority of the time, I think. This is the name of the place we're staying, Panettone. This is the truest testament of what being curious wins you. So we went out exploring on the ATV today. We actually went to a couple of beaches that we couldn't get to first, but we weren't defeated. We were like, okay, we're just going to keep going, right? So we see this absolutely stunning little peninsula in the water, and we're like, right, we're going to stop there. It's not in any guidebook that I've read. It's not in any video that I've seen, but basically there's this tiny little peninsula where a hotel is, and you can take a boat out to the island opposite. So in some of my videos, you'll see like a big island in front of where we're staying. This is it. We're on the island now, and you basically just get a little ferry boat over. It's €6. It goes every single hour, and it's just a come on, go back type vibe. There's actually an organised beach here as well though, so you can like get sunbeds and stuff. Sorry, I'm not really speaking very well because I'm quite beyond excited. You know when you go away somewhere you're just not expected to see something so beautiful? Like, this is insane. 29th time in Greece, and once again it wows me, and I just wasn't expecting it. This is absolutely ridiculous. Good morning. We've been really enjoying slow mornings here, and actually it worked in our favour that we've been liking slow mornings this morning because it's actually been super cloudy. We're going to go to some of the more well-known spots on the island today. So this is super famous church. I will of course find out the name and put it on the screen, but you can walk up and it's got this amazing view, and then the beaches around there are super nice and cute. But we just had a nice slow morning waiting for the sun to come out otherwise. But yeah, back on our bestie, and away we go. This is a very famous monastery, and you can walk up to the top, and apparently there's some incredible views, but we are not feeling it today. We're not feeling it today. We wanted to come and see it though, because it's kind of like the poster point for Amorgos. Whenever you look at Amorgos on any sort of travel guide or anything like that, you'll always see this monastery. It's very pretty, and it's got a little winding white trail on the other side of it as well. So super gorge, but yeah, quite a little climb up, and it's midday, so we're thinking we're going to go for a swim instead, but happy to have seen it. Saying that, we wouldn't have actually been able to go in because we're both in beachwear, so if anyone is coming to the monastery, you do need to make sure you are dressed appropriately. Wow! Looks even prettier from here. I do so love it when this happens. So we just went the wrong way, but more of an explorative way, I'll say, because we were hungry and we're like, we really want to go and get some food. So the first option would have been to go to Cora, where there's a bunch of restaurants, but then we saw this little tiny sign which said there was a beach bar. We drove for, no joke, about half an hour, which on a quad is a long time. We were like, are we driving to Santorini? Anyways, we've ended up at this absolutely gorgeous beach lookout, and we just found this restaurant here, and it's looking good. It's quite something. Very, very pleased that we just carried on going the wrong way. The wrong way. So cute.
You like water?
No, we're okay, thank you.
So one,
The spinach pie action, and then I've got a Nescafe frappe with ice cream. I mean, hit the spot or what? She's good though. She doesn't bite your fingers. Do you know what I mean? Gentle baby. Not that she would really do much about this stuff. Okay, it's kind of the last bit now, Angel. Go. Can you lick them for me? Don't bite them, lick them. Thank you. Very much. Very much. No, thank you. I'm just not getting over this view anytime soon. Anytime soon. So after a full day of exploring the beaches, which was so successful, weather wasn't really on our side, unfortunately, but we still had a little dip. Went to this really beautiful place for lunch as well, after going the wrong way, I keep saying. Technically it wasn't actually the wrong way, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it just was a longer way than we thought we were going. But it was really, really nice. We had lunch and then we drove back. It took us about 45 minutes to get back here. Then we were just like chilling here, having some wine, enjoying the view, and now we're heading back to our favourite sunset spot, which is right there. to read our books and run along the water, because it's the most insane view. Like when you're down there and it gets darker, you've got the sunset right in front of you, and then you have like the pretty town and all the lights come on, and honestly it's just pure magic. It's everything you would think of if you wanted to like create a film set for a Greek town in the middle of nowhere. It's just so beautiful. And then we just stay down there all salty and wet and get dinner, and it's just our vibe and we're living for it. It's small island life, you know. I cannot even begin to describe to you how insanely stunning the sky is here in Amorgos. So we're driving back from the marina every night and the sky is just so full of stars. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to capture it. I've tilted the camera to show you the sky redundantly because you're not going to be able to see, but like jaw-stopping. It's so gorgeous. Both Sophie and I are like, wow! Sophie said on the first night, she was like, how did Sophie and Sabrina die? Well, Sabrina was riding the quad bike and she was too busy looking at the stars and they fell off the cliff. Like, they are insane. So pretty. You could easily just sit out here and have like a nice glass of wine and look at the stars. In fact, that's what I'll probably do. But yeah, wowzers. Best stars I've ever seen on a Greek island, I'd say. After jumping back on the ferry and heading to Santorini for one night, that concludes my 10-day trip to Greece. My phone ran out of storage, so I couldn't film you a lovely little sign off, but that is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon.